How to create awesome content for Instagram with Adobe Lightroom. What's up guys, Thor here, back with a new video, and in this video we're going to be using Adobe Lightroom to create awesome content for Instagram. When you shoot a picture with your camera, you get a decent picture, but if you put that picture into Adobe Lightroom and edit the picture with different presets, add some different color tones to it, it's gonna make the picture look so much better. Your content game is just gonna skyrocket by doing these simple tricks and tips that I'm gonna show you guys. It's very simple. I'm gonna show you guys how I edit my content, and we got Antonio coming in here interrupting the video. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna show you guys. Make sure you watch through the entire video. I'm going to be editing 3 images that I've taken of myself. I'm going to show you the raw format, then I'm going to edit the image, and I'm going to show you guys how it looks like after I've edited. But obviously I'm going to take you guys along on the entire process so you guys know how to do this yourself on your own pictures. Now quickly, before I jump into the video, make sure you click the link down below this video to join the Facebook group. If you have not joined it yet, you should. We're dropping tons of value nuggets almost every single day in that group, and members are sharing their success stories, sharing value that they have found that works on their Instagram accounts. So if you want to learn from both me and other people, basically members of this community, make sure you click the link down below and join the Facebook group. Quickly, I just wanted to mention one thing. I'm shooting this after editing the video, but if you want to get your hands on some awesome presets, there's a link down below. It's a link to a Shopify store that sells over like 100 different presets that you can use for Adobe Lightroom. They basically sell a lot of different presets, really quality presets, so you can buy different packages, and things like $10 for a package, and you can download like a couple of presets to your Adobe Lightroom account, and you can test with them and see if those are nice presets that you'd like to stick with on your content. Because if you're going to use presets, you want to be using the same presets for every single piece of content that you post, because it's going to give you a nice congruency on your page. All of your pictures are going to give off the same vibe. All of your pictures are going to have that same theme going on, and people can much more relate to your content then, and your engagement is going to be much higher as well, because people can recognize your pictures, they see the same vibe, and that's something that they kind of fall in love with over time. So you definitely want to check that out. There will be a link down below to those presets if you would like to use presets instead of actually editing each and every picture yourself, which can be time consuming. So check that out, guys. That being said, let's hop onto my computer and get started with the video. Alright guys, so we are inside Adobe Lightroom, and as you can see right here, I've got one picture of myself. It's the raw format of the picture. I have not done anything with this picture so far. So what we're basically gonna do is we're gonna come up all the way here, and we're gonna show these settings right here. And first of all, what I want to show you is that a lot of Instagrammers sell presets. Basically, what you can see right here, user presets. So all of these presets right here I've purchased. Some of them I've made my own. For example, this one I've made my own. As you can see, it makes the image, I mean, the image looks kind of cool, but it's a bit grainy because that preset isn't like suited for that image, I guess. So it's, yeah, just a lot of different presets that I've made, but some of these are really cool, and I'm going to show you guys how they work. So most of the time, what I do when I post a picture on Instagram and have done the editing, what I used to do in the start was just this. I hover over and I figure out which preset looks the best, and Captain America has been the one that I've been using on almost all my pictures. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. It's very dark now. Then I add this, and you can see all the bright colors pop into light. So you just basically skim over and find the one that you think looks the best. Thor or Captain America have been like the 2 ones that I've been using the most, but I do like Captain America better. But what I usually do now, because I'm a bit better with the editing, is that I do it myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first up the exposure, then the contrast I usually up a bit as well, highlights that usually is being upped, and then shadows, and then whites. I'm going to add up this a little bit more, and then this one as well, shadows, there we go. So you basically just kind of play around and try to figure out how you want it to be. So this one is just to increase the overall exposure. You can push this one very far, but I'm gonna try to see how I want it to be, somewhere around. You can see it changes kind of where the light is, depending on how you move this. So let's do something like that. Then we got the temperature. I'm going to increase the temperature a bit, make it a bit warmer. Just gives off a different vibe. tint, I'm gonna drag it a bit. I'm actually gonna keep that. I usually don't do much here because like you can do a lot and it's gonna make the image, it's gonna change a lot. So this is just vibrance, increased color tones, and then saturation kind of does the same thing. So I'm not gonna do too much with that right now. I'm gonna keep it right there. Now these are really cool to play around with because this is the color mixers. For example, if I choose the brown one here, I can make myself look much darker or browner in the skin. So if I want to look more tan, I can do that. But that's usually not something I do, especially on this picture. I look pretty tan from before, so I'm not going to do anything. But the green one is really fun to play around with because you can see the bushes in the background. You can make them, now they're going to be more like brownish. Now they're much more green, like a much nicer green color. So I usually push that one all the way up to the top. Now this one is kind of like the saturation, if it's going to be dark green or light green. I'm going to keep that one there for now, and then I'm going to pull up this one. I might just do this, and then the luminance also is like the color of it, but I'm gonna, so it's more like kind of white shining on the leaves, so I'm gonna push that one up there. Then I'm not gonna do much with the saturation because the saturation make it look a bit unnatural, I guess. It's too green, so I'm gonna push that one down to around here. And then this one is probably my favorite part of the editing. It's the clarity. It just makes the image pop much more. You can see it actually looks pretty dope, but this is way too much. But just adding up to like 30 or 40 makes the image look really cool in my opinion. You can do the opposite. That's gonna make it yeah, exactly the opposite, but I like to pull this one up to around 30 because it just makes the image a bit more crispy. And now we can compare my editing versus the Captain America editing. You can see it's a bit kind of darker. So, and honestly, I do think I like the Captain America editing better if I can make some changes to that. So you can see he has the clarity, or that one has the clarity around there, and then you can see the colors on the trees are not as saturated. So we might just change that a bit. See, and then the temperature he's got decently high, and then yeah, this is pretty much just as I left it. So that's image number one, and as you can see, it looks much better compared to the normal. This is the standard, and this is the image afterwards. So you can see it's a very big change to the image. Now I'm gonna find another one and edit this one as well. See, there we go. So as you can see, what we can do right off the bat, we can just show, where's the show presets, and then this is the standard and this is Captain America, and I honestly think the Captain America does wonders in this picture. So I'm actually just gonna choose that one, and I'm gonna do some more editing from here. So I'm gonna try to increase the heat, not too much actually. Saturation, let's see how that, no, not really. Let's keep that standard. This is the fun part though. With the ocean, you can make that very much bluer, so you can see the sky also changes. Saturation, keep that around there. The luminance is just gonna make it, you can see the clouds are a bit, they pop out much more if I take the luminance all the way down. And you can see the ocean is changing a bit color as well. When I do this, I'm just actually gonna, I kind of like that Turkish kind of vibe, so I'm gonna keep it around here. And then this one also does a lot to the sky. Where was that before? Damn. So that's a bit ugly in my opinion. You can make it, you can do a lot with it, so that's, I'm just gonna keep that there. Then we got this final one, which some people might like it when it's very blue in the sky, but kind of think that's a bit too much, so we're gonna keep this as it pretty much were from before. And then let's see, there we go, that's a bit cleaner. And then we have, finally, we do have, as a matter of fact, we can change the yellow color here on the house, make that maybe, reduce the saturation maybe, because it's if this one is gonna pop as well, your attention kind of goes onto the house, but I want the attention to kind of go onto me and have me pop out more, so that then it's nice to be able to just reduce the saturation and color on the actual house. So you can see if I put the luminance all the way up, it's gonna be more whitish and it's not gonna pop out that much. Next thing I can do is also make myself a bit more tan. I think that looks nice, so we're gonna keep that like that. And then, just kidding. It's fucking, it looked black. Ew. Yeah, so we're gonna try to maybe something like that. That's a bit more natural, I guess. Boom. And the last thing we're gonna do is the clarity. Push that one up a bit more, and that brown color actually was a bit weird, so we gotta maybe keep it there. Then the clarity can be around 30 on this picture. So that's basically if I choose the Captain America. So if we go back to test, that's the natural, the clean shot of the image, the raw file, and then this is after editing. So you can see the images just become like 10 times better. So that's basically the beauty of Lightroom. Now we're gonna choose one final image, this one right here. And we're gonna see what magic we can make happen to this image. So we're gonna try it with Captain America. I'm not too big of a fan of that preset right here on this image. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna start from scratch, increase the exposure a bit, contrast, highlights, shadows, not too much there, whites. See if this does anything. Nope. We're actually gonna push this one a bit down. Temperature, I like to increase the temperature a little bit because it just gives a more warm and nice vibe. So let's do that. Then I'm not gonna do anything with these for now. Let's see with the tint if that does. So tint is basically if you pull it right here it's greenish, and then if you pull it right here it's purple. So we got a lot of green in the image, so we might just pull it a bit to the purple side right there. So let's do that. And then as you can see there's lots of greens in the image, so we'll definitely want to do some editing to that. Let's see what's the change. This is more like an October vibe, November vibe. This is more like summer vibe, so whatever you feel like doing you can do. And this is a bit too much. Let's see, I kinda, that also looks a bit cool when the bushes don't pop too much. But let's see what we can do. This is actually really cool. But I want the greens to pop a bit, so let's do that. Let's do this. Saturation down. That is also really interesting. Let's actually keep it like that. That's kind of cool. Let's see. There we go. And let's see, what else can we change up? Color mixture on off. Let's see, the red doesn't do much. It's kind of annoying that I don't have the black color here, because we can't do anything with that one. Because I would like to change some in that black color, make it a bit less black I guess, but we can do some stuff with the clarity here. Wrong. So as you can see, it just makes everything much more crisp, which is nice. Now this one is a bit interesting. What's done here? Definitely not that one. So I guess that is, these last ones here don't really do much. Noise reduction. That kind of, this one kind of goes against the clarity, as you can see. If I pull this one up, it reduces a lot of the noise. That some people might like that. I think it's a bit cool, but again, it goes against the clarity, and I do like that one a lot. So yeah, let's look at the test. So this is basically the standard, the raw image, and this is after editing. So you can see it's quite a bit of change. What we also can do is we can change the color of the pants if I want that. Make them green. That doesn't look cool. Saturation down or saturation up. Luminance. Basically, it doesn't do too much. It's not something that you'd notice either way. There we go, that looks pretty cool. So yeah, as you can see, standard image, raw file, and this is after editing. And you can see that on the other ones too, they look pretty dope after editing. So that is basically Adobe Lightroom, you guys, and that's why I recommend you guys to use it, because it just makes the images so much better. So hopefully this was helpful. If you want to download Adobe Lightroom, you can just search up. It's I'll drop a link down below that you can use and find it to purchase it. But it's probably something like 10-20 bucks a month or something. I can't actually remember what I'm paying. Maybe I'm paying around 14 bucks a month. So it's definitely worth it. If you want to increase your content, step up your content game on Instagram, you want Adobe Lightroom. That's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you smash that like button. If you're new to my channel, make sure you go down below and subscribe. I make videos about Instagram, teaching you how to grow, build a brand, and monetize every single week. There's weekly videos every single week, so make sure you click that link down below and subscribe, or that button down below I should say, and subscribe. Just click that button right away. Fuck, there was an energy drink behind that book. But yeah, smash a like on the video, drop a comment down below if you've got anything to add, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.